it occurred to me, because I was working on electrical last night, that there's some things that I have learned, and I don't put myself as an expert by any means. As I've said, none of my videos are how-to videos. They're all kind of how I did it, and hopefully you can learn from that. But one of the things that I had no idea about was that there are different size terminals and different size connectors depending on your different wire sizes. So this is number 10 wire. It's pretty thin. The connector that will fit on here is a lot smaller than the connector that will fit on this number 8 wire, or even I have over here some 4-gauge wire. So all of those are different. And I ordered most of my cable and my connectors from 2 different websites, Battery Cables USA and Crimp Zone, both of which were great to deal with, and I will put their links down below. They sent me the brackets, or excuse me, the connectors that I needed in little baggies that are labeled. This is the wire size, the connector size, and then the quantity. So for example, this little bag has 2 connectors for number 8 wire, and the holes are also different sizes. I don't know if I put there, you can see better. There are probably more than the ones I know about, but 3/8 inch, 1/4 inch, and 5/16 inch, which doesn't seem like it would make a huge difference. But if you look at the difference between the lugs on this bus bar and the ones on this bus bar, which I just got, this is a 100 amp bus bar, and this is 250, and I'm upgrading because it's going to attach to my inverter here. But look at the difference in size there. This is, I believe, a 5/16. I'll have to double check that. And then this is a 3/8. To show you, it just barely, actually this might be bigger than 5/16 because this one doesn't even really fit on there. These teeny tiny ones that I got for my number 10 wires, mainly for here, would also fit on this bus bar, but definitely not gonna fit on this one. So I had to make a whole spreadsheet that showed not only my electrical diagram, which is here, shows how everything connects. I had to actually go back in and say, okay, if this is my DC to DC charger, and it's starting from the house batteries, and then it's going through the kill switch, then I need a connector to go in and out of that, one of these in the right size. And then I need also connectors for the breakers to go in and out, and these are all different size terminals. So not only do I need to buy the lug or the connector that fits the wire, it also needs to fit the terminal. So I had to make a spreadsheet of every single one of these connections, which I had no idea. I did all the diagram and I bought all the big pieces. You know, I got my inverter, I got my DC to DC charger, and I was like, yeah, I'm making progress. And then I sat down with my friend Andy, who's been helping me. Not my Andy, but other Andy, big German Andy, who is both an electrical engineer and a fireman, which is a great trait to have in somebody who is helping you plan your electrical, because he doesn't want me to burn down my van, and he can help me do it, right? Anyway, we sat down with him, and he's like, oh, wait, but you need this one, and you need that one, and you need that one. So I came back, and I made a spreadsheet of all the stuff that I needed to order to make sure I had all the right things. I'm probably right now 95% there. But then I also forgot or didn't realize that cutting all this wire also takes different size wire cutters. So these are little, these are from 𝘼𝙗, I believe, and they go up to 8-gauge wire. But I have a lot of wire that's bigger than that. My wire is from, actually this goes to 10-gauge. My wire is from 8-gauge up to 1/0. So I need something bigger to cut. I'm trying to figure that out right now, because you can get wire cutters and that sort of thing. They're about $30, $40 a piece and on up from there. And that seems kind of expensive to make, you know, 8, 10, 20 cuts. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to figure that out before I get all of this put together. But the big message for you is just to be wary or aware of what you're getting in terms of your connectors, so that they all fit the wire and the terminal. Because if you don't have a good fit, for example, if I put this big one on here, it's just going to be loose. It's not a good connection. So it's much better to have the right size, if I could find the right size. And as you connect it, you're going to get a much tighter connection with the terminal here. Now the connectors I got are all the silver color, but you can also buy connectors that are color coded, and these are based on wire gauge. Yellow is 10 to 12, I believe. The blue is a little bit smaller, and then there's also red for even smaller wires. But if you want to just go the really easy route, you can buy them color-coded, and then you know which ones go on which wires. Another thing to note, and these are ring terminals. I don't know if you can see there. They're round, and as I showed you, they fit on the terminals. And the nice thing about these is that they're not going to fall off because they're screwed on. You can also get spade terminals, which are these little ones. They look like a fork, and they are easier, faster on and off on a connection, but not quite as secure. I have chosen to go with ring terminals because, as you can see, this is my little blue C fuse box. And this is a red wire, even though I've got black coating on it. I've got to shrink wrap all of those. But anyway, those are vertical, and a spade connector could easily go up and down and fall off if it's not tightly connected. I don't want to be messing with my wiring all the time if a light's not working and coming back here to figure out, you know, is it loose or anything like that. So I am going with the ring terminals. Even though the initial setup's going to be a little bit more difficult because I have to take the screw all the way out and screw it on, but that's hopefully once and done for a while. And I won't have the pain of these little guys falling off on me, which I don't like frustration. So yeah, so I'm going to try to avoid that. So that's just a quick little lesson in connectors and wire gauges for you, and I hope it's been helpful. I do hope that you're enjoying my videos with all their ups and downs of the van building adventure. I'm getting really, really anxious to get out on the road. I've got tons more to do, but if you'll follow along, I promise not only will you learn some things about van building, but also you'll get to see some amazing places as my journey continues. So thanks for watching. Make sure that you subscribe or hit the like button if you really enjoyed this. You can share it with friends as well, and I will see you next time.